What is going on, YouTube world? It's Jay Coffee, back at it as always, guys, bringing you these topics, the news and whatnot. You see, we got to get the Dana White update on him slapping the fuck out of his wife, seemingly blowing over in the news. I mean, is it? Is it not? We'll get to that in a moment. Some Brittney Griner and all that. But I wanted to start things off on a lighter note. You know what I mean? Laugh a little bit, ha ha ha, and everything, right? Because 2023. Those that tap in with Coffee on the regular, y'all know I'm going through it. And a lot of y'all that I tap in with have also just kind of been expressing to me that they feel, trying to shake off the negativity and things of that nature from 2022 and leave that behind. Is saying, man, it feels like 2023 is snake bitten off rip. Like there's just a cloud of negativity or bad energy. I don't know. Is that true, guys? Let me know below if you feel that way. But I thought, let's laugh a little bit to kick things off. So you see two different videos, man. The first one, there's a damn cat getting faded up. Like, I don't know what comes to mind when you guys see this. I'm like, how did they get this cat to sit so still? Like, that's absolutely amazing. Did they give it cat Xanax? Did they give it a light dose of ketamine in a drink or something and give it some cat lean? Like, how did they keep this cat so calm like that? It's bizarre to me. You know what I mean? But also, this is just someone I think doing this at home, flunking around, right? Like there's no cat barber out there, is there? Let me know. And then the other one is like 20 different cats going berserk, going bonkers, getting wild shook when they see a cucumber. And like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you see it maybe once, twice, okay, maybe a coincidence. But no, there seems to be like 20 cats in there, terrified of cucumbers. What's good with that? Why is that? You know what I mean? Cat owners out there, comment. Is your cat afraid of cucumbers? Like, what is up with this cat cucumber phenomenon? I'm truly intrigued by this. I don't know why, too. For those who fluck with Rick and Morty, I don't know why that made me think of Pickle Rick. So there we go. That's that. Like I said, just let's get our laugh on. Let's bring the mood up a little bit and now transition over into the more serious news that I wanted to talk about with y'all. And the first topic on the rundown is Dana White. This infamous video of him putting hands on his wife. We've had a couple updates on this on the channel. And it's just wild because seemingly, as I pointed out in other videos, it really seems like this is, off rip, I was like, wow, this isn't getting a lot of news coverage, but there was some other things going on that were dominating the news cycle, right? But then since then, individuals, at least on my end, I just did a video on this. If you guys are more interested, I'll leave the link below. A lot of individuals were seemingly saying, like, taken up for Dana White was the vast reaction, on the J Coffee Talk platform, at least. I don't got a big audience or whatever, but, those tapping into this, please comment below. And then we saw Jamie Foxx and D.L. Hewley tap into the convo and say that they felt white privilege was at play here. That Dana White, white privilege, like if this was, I think he named Chris Brown, Antonio Brown, or Bobby Brown, it would be a whole different story. But there was some individuals tapping in the comments there and also saying this is a different situation because it was caught on cam and they saw the wife put hands on him first. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. This is just a crazy situation. But there is one major group calling for something to happen to Dana White to step down as president of the UFC, and this is the California Legislative Women's Caucus, right? And I guess, I'm not someone who really stays up on things in the political world, but this group seems to have some pull behind them, as there's senators and assemblywomen involved in this group, and they're saying Dana White has got to go. As they put out a statement here that says the head of a major sporting organization cannot claim to be for the safety of women while a video of him striking his wife continues to circulate online without a response. The hypocrisy is astounding. Enough is enough. It is time to remove Mr. White from his leadership role to allow him and his partner to get the help they need while reminding the world of what Endeavor stands for and that violence against women is not a conduct you condone. So, again, this isn't just like a group of moms that got together and created their own little, a book club or something. This is a group, again, the California Legislative Women's Caucus. They got senators, they got assemblywomen. So I don't know, they're pushing for this. Let me know if you guys think that this will stir something up and make something happen. At this point, we have seen Dana White take accountability. He did get on and speak about it. I'm not condoning what he did, but I'm just saying he didn't run and hide from it, But again, the vast response seems to be people taking up for Dana White. I've even actually seen a woman do that. But something else that happened from all this, and think about the timing on this, guys. That slap. You guys ever seen them slap contests where people just be slapping the fuck out of each other? This slap league or whatever it was called that Dana White was starting up was about to start really soon. Like had a network deal and everything like that. I forget what network it was, if it was TBS or TNT. One of them channels was going to start airing this, and it's been delayed now. And that seems to be the only thing that's really happened regarding Dana White with all this. And you see a report here. This is from an MMA journalist, Jeremy Botter. He says, a Warner Media Group source tells me Dana White's Power Slap series is no longer listed on any internal programming schedules, and all ad spots have been dropped. The death of the deal, I'm told, is basically just paperwork at this point. So looks like that is going to fade into the abyss. I never quite understood that power slap stuff. I could not do that. Could you do that? Just sit back and let someone slap the fuck out of you? I couldn't do it. But I mean, like the timing on that, he secures a deal. This thing's like, I think it was supposed to start like January 11th. What's today? The 10th. So like tomorrow, you know what I mean? But the networks, I guess, wanted no part of that. And I mean, think about it. Video of the guy slapping his wife, and he's bringing competitive slapping to the big screen or whatever. Like, just, it wasn't gonna have legs anymore. It wasn't gonna last. So I don't know. There's the update on that. But let me know what you guys think about this. If the woman caucus is going to get Dana White removed, or what you think should happen, or do you support Dana White? And as I stated, that's been a large majority of the comments that I've seen. You know what I mean?
This was quite a sight to see Viktor Bout being interviewed by Maria Butina herself, once a US prisoner before going back to Russia. What did you make of the scene and the content of the interview?
Well, I mean, even the fact that it happened, it happened so quickly after he was out, after he got back from Moscow. Brittney Griner is still going through kind of reception at a military medical center, et cetera. So the fact that they put him on air very quickly, and then just, the setting, it looked very homey. They had curtains, kind of a snowy Russian scene. And then what he said, he's of course said that he had a portrait of Vladimir Putin in his jail cell because he's proud to be a Russian. That was one of the main things that he said. But he also was very critical of the prison, said it was Nazi inspired, and he criticized the food. Basically, he said he had hamburgers and overdone potatoes and chicken for the entire time that he was in the United States. But seriously, there were some bizarre things. Yeah. And I think there were the comments about life in the United States, about, he was really irate about LGBT+, and he said that American school children are taught that there are 72 different genders, which I'm sure a lot of Americans would either laugh or be kind of surprised about. So, but substantively, he had the message down pat.
All right, guys. Now that is a clip after Viktor Bout. I kept saying Viktor Bout, right? been pronouncing it wrong all along, right? This is the guy, a war criminal, was doing a 25-year bid in American prison. And you heard he was talking his ish. He said, yo, we got hamburgers, overcooked potatoes, the American way of life, the alphabet. I'm not even going to say it in the video. You guys heard what he was talking about. He finds it despicable that that's being taught in American schools. For those tapping into this, let me know if you concur with that, if you agree with that. He's just not feeling the American way of life. And obviously, we know America and Russia, a lot of things in the world come to these two countries being at odds. Like the Cold War never really ended, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But that was right after he came home. And you know what's so crazy about this guy? They actually don't know this guy's real age. It said that he's in his 50s. But the U.S. authorities were never actually able to determine his age for certain, because they said he had so many fake passports from traveling around and going to different countries and doing business, selling arms. And he said too, that it was all BS, that the U.S. was lying on him, that he had no ties to the Taliban. He didn't supply Afghanistan with weapons. A lot of people never admit their guilt when they're in prison. But Viktor Bout is saying it was all BS, that it was American propaganda. And I'm not saying what this guy is saying is true or not, but I just want to point out, when it comes to the U.S. versus Russia, or U.S. dealing with other countries, or just in general, when there's the powers that be, right? There's what everyday public, hear via the media and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm saying there's more than meets the eye a lot of times at play. I'll just say that and leave it at that. But he's back doing his thing in Russia, a proud Russian living his life. And here in America, Brittney Griner seems to be one of the most hated people. Comment with your thoughts regarding that. On my coverage of this whole situation, the prisoner swap, which again, Roy Jones Jr. was a big part of that ever taking place, using his dual citizenship to tap in with Putin and say, we got to do something and bring her home. And, why I think most people are really disliking Brittney Griner is this deal, you know what I mean? And that I don't know if it's fair to call her anti-American or not. You let me know if you think that is a fair term to refer to Brittney with. As she spoke out about a lot of things regarding America, but that's part of America, that you can do stuff like that. You know what I mean? That you can criticize the country and they'll still go to bat for you and try to do what they can to bring you home in a situation like this, right? I mean, think about it. Is that America in a nutshell, in a sense? Let me know below. But, most people then, when this all jumped off, was like, coffee, this is BS. She was a basketball player that allegedly had some weed or a vape pen or something like that with some THC in it. This guy was a war criminal. And, I totally agree and concur with that is not an even fair trade. And, more or less, Russia was just playing hardball and the U.S. went for it. Like, we definitely should have got 2 American citizens to this one war criminal. And that Marine, apologies, I'm forgetting his name at the very moment, but y'all know who I'm talking about, Whelan, right? His family, and a lot of people were speaking out like, man, this is BS. He should have came home. But to be honest with you, in the end, Whelan's family supported the Griner deal. I really think, to keep it a buck with you guys, that this was the only deal that could be swung or was available at the time, But a lot of people that I spoke to were just like, coffee, no deal was better than the deal that we got. And again, share your thoughts on that. But Brittney Griner, what's the update here that I wanted to talk about is these reports. It says LA GOP, this is in Louisiana, GOP political ish going on here, right? It says committee passed a resolution condemning prisoner swap that freed Brittney Griner. An original version of the resolution described Griner as LGBT woke, but Republicans removed that language before approving it. And then you see someone responding to this saying, you would hope Griner's former coach and the most important women's basketball figure in the state of Louisiana might say something against this nonsense, but I'm not holding my breath. So you guys heard earlier when I was talking about Viktor Bout, right? When I said the alphabet that he was speaking out against, that's what I was referring to. That language that I just stated that they removed from this resolution before, it was officially put out and approved. But I don't know, it's a wild situation to say the least. Like I was saying, we know a lot of people, everyday individuals like you and me had feelings about this, the whole Griner swap. I mean, listen, I didn't shit all over it. I understand that, like, in my understanding, I really feel like that was the only deal that was going to happen. But, I totally understand why people are outraged, that a Russian war criminal is free or whatever. But to see this being spoke on like a political level and actual resolutions being put forward officially on the books and all that is interesting, for all the individuals that keep up on political stuff. Like, what does this mean to you? What are your thoughts on this? And do you guys think that Brittney Griner is one of the most hated personalities, celebrities, athletes in America currently? Let me know. But that's going to wrap this video up. I thank y'all for watching. Once again, this is Coffee. Stay tuned. More videos coming. Music, news, sports, and more. Look forward to talking whatever you want in the comments, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.